Hi, I'm Chavez is bored and I want to talk. I haven't made a video in a while and I think it's time to talk a little bit about what I believe EVE Online is and what EVE Online could be. My experience in EVE Online has been unique as I am not, or I believe I am not, a singular player that defines any one role. I believe in my heart of hearts that EVE Online is able to provide an experience that is all encompassing, that can provide content for any type of game player. If you are a gamer, I am confident that you can find something in EVE Online that fits your playstyle. Me, personally, I am very passive in my playstyle. I enjoy the things that are very slow paced, low impact, and require little effort. I enjoy low skill things, so video games that are very popular right now are the Dark Soul series. Dark Soul requires a very, very high level of remembering, and this is what a lot of the world is really good at. Specifically, Americans, we're really good at remembering specific things. So if you're really good at remembering when a certain boss is supposed to do a certain thing, this is what you're supposed to do, you're very able to react and do that. But me, I'm a very a passive thinker. I like to take my time. I like to think about results. I process things in a certain manner that is not conducive to a Dark Souls where you have to react really quickly to learned behavior. Um, so moving on to Dark Souls, or I'm moving on to EVE Online, sorry. I'm a player that enjoys slow, learned calculating methods that will eventually gain me very, very uh, rich rewards, which is what I like about EVE Online on the skill queue. Now, players that enjoy very, very fast, very, very learning quick PvP type measures, EVE Online has accommodated these types of players with the invention or the introduction of skill injectors. I'm not going to go into skill injectors much because it is just what it is. I accept it and I've used it myself. It is a very, very productive method and enhanced method of playing this game. However, it's not for everyone. I've actually made a character since the introduction of skill injectors that has not used any skill injectors and is still doing quite well for itself. I have an entire account with characters filled with members who only have less than 1 or 2 million skill points that provide me with the most ISK that all my other two accounts use. I have three accounts. One account is my ISK generator, and that account, all three characters have less than 1 million ISK. So, really, the skill injectors are only used for those characters that are specified in that skill, not skill points, but skill induced manner. So, what we really look at is how EVE Online functions is a game that encompasses so much that we don't really understand. So, what I wanted talked about today is the specificalities of the community of EVE Online. The people of EVE Online is what makes EVE Online EVE Online. So, many of EVE Online players play EVE Online because they feel included. This is key, and I want everyone who plays on EVE Online to recognize this fact. Everyone plays EVE Online because they feel this game includes them. But there are also this minority of characters who are very prominent in EVE Online who focus on attitudes that do not allow inclusion. I'll say that. I recently made a discovery or a comment that I did not associate with players who involve themselves with verbiage or vocabulary that adds to or alludes to racism, sexism, homophobia, misogyny, anything like that. I completely distance myself from those types of players. And recently when I said this, another player said, "Why? What what is up with that? Why do you do this? Why do you separate this game life from this real life?" And how I responded to that was simply, it isn't about separating real life from game life. It is about setting a culture, creating an expectation of culture. Every single EVE player creates and adds to and enhances the culture of being an EVE Online player. That means if you say something, if you expect something, if you put something out there, other players will receive that as an expectation. And this is where the trouble becomes. This is where it becomes a problem. I say something, and someone says, "Okay, that is just a joke. That is funny. It's a parody. It is sarcasm, whatever it is." But another player will accept it as a joke on some level, but on some level they will take it as a serious implication. And when they repeat it, it will become a more serious implication. Even on the vise of being a parody or a joke. But the farther and farther it gets, the less and less it becomes a parody, or less and less it becomes a joke, and the more and more it becomes serious, until eventually it gets to a person who actually believes this. So I'm not saying homophobia or someone saying a joke that is associated with homophobia is an actual homophobic. I am saying you are contributing, or we are contributing to a perception that homophobia, or racism, or sexism is okay. And someone eventually will get to that vision that this is what this game is. And they will perpetuate that belief. And I don't believe that is what EVE Online is about. I think EVE Online is a haven for people who seek refuge from those ideas. In this world, in 2016, where racism, sexism, homophobia, misogyny, all of these things find a home in gamer culture, I ask every single EVE Online player to accept and move past and move beyond and expect that EVE Online is a haven for those who expect more. We are better. You are better than this. Do not let EVE Online being the gamer culture that is the last bastion of these beliefs or thoughts. I ask each EVE Online player to strive to make EVE Online the place that is indicative of the future of gaming culture. Because EVE Online has encompassed so much in gamer culture that it is time for EVE Online to encompass everything that gamer culture could be and can be in the future. Thank you for listening to me rant, and I do wish each and every one of you a great day.